As a person who is into meditation, you have probably experienced one of the following. Shall I set my alarm 30 minutes earlier to meditate in the morning, or shall I sleep 30 minutes longer? What is more important, sleep or meditation? Maybe I can even use meditation to replace some of my sleep. You're wondering, can meditation replace sleep? In this video, I will answer the question, can meditation replace sleep? I will explain the difference between meditation and sleep, and I will give you 5 steps to improve the quality of your sleep with the power of meditation. I asked the people who are following me on Instagram the question, can meditation replace sleep? And if you're not following me already, make sure to follow me on Instagram. Over 70% of the people said no, meditation cannot replace sleep. But there was also around 30% of the people who said that meditation can replace sleep. Let's look closely into what some of the people wrote me. One person who was on the yes side of meditation can replace sleep was writing, and even better than sleep, at least in my experience. If I feel tired, I'm off to my mat and meditation spot. Another person who said no to the question of meditation cannot replace sleep said, meditation is to rest your mind and sleep is to rest the body. Both of them are good for rest the mind and body, but with different magnitudes maybe. And another person among all of the people that messaged me said, sleep is about turning off, no conscious effort. Meditation is a conscious effort. People don't seem to be quite sure what the difference between sleep and meditation is, so I'm going to explain both states for you. Sleep is a state of mind and body which typically occurs for several hours at night. In that state, the nervous system is inactive, the mind is relaxed, muscles are relaxed, eyes are closed, and conscious thinking is suspended. Meditation, on the other hand, is the activity of bringing your attention to only one thing, either as a religious practice or as a way to calm and relax. The meditation type dictates the object of attention and also dictates the result. The key here is that in sleep, conscious thinking is suspended, and in meditation, you use your conscious thinking to bring your attention to something. So both are completely different states. When we meditate, we are not sleeping. Even though in both states you feel very relaxed and you feel good afterwards, they are very different from each other. Therefore, meditation is not an alternative to sleep, and you cannot use meditation to replace sleep. But you can use meditation as a way to improve the quality of your sleep, and you can use meditation as a way to get into the right frame of mind in order to fall asleep quickly. When it comes to sleep, it is also a lot about the quality of sleep. There are some people who get a solid 8 hours of sleep, but it's disturbed. They wake up constantly, they have nightmares, and they feel drained and fatigued in the morning. On the other hand, you have people who get 4 to 5 hours of sleep and they feel energized and great afterwards in the morning because their sleep was undisturbed and was high quality sleep. Or there is even a kind of people who schedule in 8 hours of sleep, but it takes them 2 hours to fall asleep. In the first and third scenario, they're both lacking the important healing phase of meditation. It's both shorter. And the second example of the person who gets 4 to 5 hours of sleep, but it's deep and long and great, they are in this important healing phase of sleep. So we don't want to replace sleep with meditation. Although it is sometimes okay to wake up 30 minutes earlier to fit in your practice if you have a busy schedule. But we use meditation as a way to improve the quality and reduce the time it takes for you to fall asleep. If you normally feel tired, drowsy, or fatigued, you're likely not getting enough quality sleep. Those of us who spend countless hours staring at the ceiling tend to have similar states than depression and anxiety. While it is normal to lose a few hours of sleep here and there, long-term sleep deprivation and long-term sleep issues can really rob you of your vital, important, positive, bright energy. It's something that long-term drains you and makes you feel tired, exhausted, and depressed. So if you want to sleep like a log, then meditation is your remedy for an amazing, great, energizing sleep. I remember one client of mine who was a very successful business person, and who has been sleeping less than 4 hours for the last 10 years. When I started working with him, he said he has issues with sleeping, and I was giving him specific meditations to improve this very issue. And since the very first day he started meditating, that was the first night he slept all the way through for 9 hours straight. And ongoing working with him, he took naps, he had amazing, great, deep sleep. And this is what you can do with the power of meditation. For sleep, getting the vital hormone melatonin into your body is key. This hormone is naturally released into your blood when the sun goes down. It's kind of like a dark hormone that only loves darkness. For insomniacs, this natural production of melatonin is disturbed, so they lack some of this hormone. One aspect that inhibits the body from producing enough melatonin is stress. Sleepless hours of staring at the ceiling, thinking about today's stress and tomorrow's worries, put the mind in a state of thinking and activity instead of a state of rest. And this is a huge problem for the quality of your sleep. And this is where meditation comes in. Now I'm going to share with you the 5 steps that you can use on a day-to-day basis to improve the quality of your sleep, to feel energized and amazing in the morning. Number 1, limit all artificial lights at least 1 hour before your scheduled sleep. Artificial lights are the number 1 enemy for your melatonin production. If you look outside, you will see that the natural light is always a little bit colder and a kind of bluish. And when the sun goes down, the light switches into this kind of candlelight. This signals the body to produce melatonin. We all counteract this natural mechanism by watching TV, checking our smartphones, watching Netflix, doing all of these things. This results in a decreased melatonin production. To prevent this from happening, start using filters on your phone and electronic devices that naturally dim down the artificial light, and they increase the red light aspect so it looks kind of like a candle. Also, switch off any lights, start to light candles, and in general mimic the atmosphere outside, the light outside, so that you can adapt to the light outside and your body knows and is in touch with the rhythm of nature and thus produces enough melatonin, which is vital for your sleep. Number 2, stop absorbing information 1 hour before you go to sleep. Switch off the TV, stop checking your phone, and take some time to absorb less and to consciously slow down. Every information you consume needs time to be processed. If you consume any information right before you sleep, your mind needs time to process that, and it's naturally doing that right before you sleep. This then results in this nagging thoughts and overthinking and worrying because you've filled the mind with all of that information. Number 3, don't watch or talk about anything emotionally triggering. Don't watch a horror movie, don't talk about politics, don't talk about anything that is emotionally triggering for you. The same with information, also emotions need time to be processed. When you get triggered, you feel that in your body and emotions arise, and they need a lot of time to cool down. So if you do that, if you get triggered right before you sleep, you will take all of that into your sleep and you will process all of these emotions in your sleep. This often results in nightmares, waking up constantly, and in general feeling drowned, fatigued, and just exhausted the morning after. So calm down, relax, and bring in some nice music, journal, read a book, cuddle, talk to someone you like about something nice. In general, try to have an emotional, positive end of the day all the time. Step 4, take time during the day to rest and reflect. Often people who are very busy or people who are obsessively thinking have exactly the pattern that they never really take time during the day to reflect and rest. They are so busy and so focused on all the things they have to do and all the things they have to think about that they lack time to actually integrate everything that happened. And this results in them lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, and thinking about everything that happened. Because the time when they are actually in bed is the first time they ever took to rest and reflect. And naturally, the mind is like, okay, finally, we can process all of that. This is great. It's time. This analyzing, obsessively reflecting robs you of your important hours of sleep. And you take that again into your sleep and process it while you sleep. To counteract this, schedule at least a 10 to 15-minute break during your day where you just sit and do nothing. Where you allow your mind to go wherever it wants to go, where you just sit and surrender to whatever comes up. Don't try to meditate, don't try to rest, don't try to relax, just be there with yourself. You don't have to do anything in that period of time. That way you are doing what you are naturally doing before you sleep during the day already, and thus you can fall into a deeper relaxation when you actually go to sleep because you have been doing all of this process work. And the last step, number 5, meditate or relax to reduce stress. The mindfulness learned in meditation is the best way to program your mind for the sleeping phase. A simple body scan relaxation before you sleep can already do wonders. I recommend you schedule in a 10 to 20 minute meditation every morning to relax your body, practice mindfulness, and then to meditate 10 to 15 minutes directly before you sleep. That way you will drastically reduce your stress and you will get a deeper sleep. I hope you really like this video. Make sure to like it, share it with a friend, subscribe to this channel, and I see you in the next video. Have a good sleep.